On this topic, we're going to be talking about people scared to act like a business. Playing it safe keeps sales stuck. Playing it safe will keep you stuck. People scared to act like a business. And I know because I had this problem for years. I was in the foot of like half footing of I'm an artist compared to being like I'm a business and I need to think about how would it, like I need to put myself in the shoes to be like, okay, if I was a high running business, performing business, how would they operate my business? What would they do? How would they treat it? How would they operate it? It's okay to have my standards. Or it's okay to run it like parts of a factory. What would I do to run certain parts like a factory? What parts would I automate? What parts would I delegate to an assistant? Packaging, shipping. There was a point where I'm delegating I had so many listings to get over because I had like a bunch of paper. I had a bunch of paper art. And I knew I needed to get it up because I needed to feed the algorithm heavy numbers to boost me up on the front pages. So at the time, I'm talking about I had like thousands of paper but I had to fix the titles. There were certain things I had to fix in it. So you know what I did? Is I got online and I ordered me a VA, which is a virtual assistant. And you could get those fairly cheap from like Pakistan or something like that. And you could show them how to do. Now they didn't list it from my eBay store. They listed it from there was an app I was using. I don't think it was Flip. It could be Flip, but I think it was something else. I don't know. But I hired a VA to do the grunt work that I don't want to do. One of my mentors told me, whatever work that you feel like is beneath you, or it's not the money maker, or it's not part of the business, it doesn't push the business because you're the business, you're the CEO, then you need to delegate that on to someone else. You need to get yourself in a position to do that. Because as long as you keep doing these certain tasks that are like beneath you and doesn't push the money, then you're never going to scale your business. And like we talked about on the first rule, to scale your business without asking for permission to scale your business is to do it yourself by doing certain business evolutions. Okay, evolving your business. So I would hire a VA, a virtual assistant, so he could list my paper drawings, the different things that I wanted him to do. Like he changed the titles. So a lot of it, I think, for example, what I would go back in and I had to update. I updated them where they were in the Frame It app because a lot of them weren't in the Frame It, so the SEO wasn't capturing it right. Where the mock-up wasn't right. All right, this is going to be a graffiti penguin. And once I did that, I would save it into like you see how sloppy I'm doing it. Like of course I'm coloring outside the lines on purpose because I can still see where the lines are at, where it's supposed to be. But I'm doing it for the look of the sloppiness. It's the confidence when buyers buy it. Like there's a meaning. You must have done that for a reason. They know that you know how to draw in between the lines if you want to. You're an artist. They know you know how to do it, but there's a reason why you also had the confidence of why you did it. And that's important too, a lot of times with your paintings, is the looseness of what you could be and the minimalism of doing it quick. It's important to do that in some of your paintings. Everything doesn't always have to be so literal. Sometimes I see your artwork and it's so beautiful, but it's like, it's beautiful, beautiful, where it's like, it's so literal. And a lot of times people will pay more money for items that just aren't literal. Like, don't be so serious all the time. Like, it's boring. Like, I don't want to call you boring, but Be fun, be spontaneous. They already know you could do the serious stuff if you want to, but it's kind of like the polar bear hairs. Sometimes I see artists do the polar bear hairs, and it's like, that's beautiful. Be spontaneous. What does it look like in your idea if you were a kid and you were going to take the same painting, do it in 5 minutes with a stick figure drawing of the hands? What does that look like? Are you able to do that? Are you brave enough to do that? Are you brave enough to just do that with your art and say whatever? Do that and see what comes out. Hold on, quick break. This is important. I want to let you know that you were already an artist, you were already a creator, and you were already a phenomenal person. You don't have to be tech savvy. You don't have to have social media following, an email list, or any outdated ways that they say that you have to sell art. Everything is already mapped out for you on eBay, where they already have the market there for you. I've sold over 17,000 paintings on eBay, and I did it by being a ghost. I wasn't on social media. I didn't use it to market. I didn't do any of that stuff. I just focused on being on eBay. And you can too from the comfort of your home. You don't have to go to art fairs. You don't have to try to get new networking or anything like that. Everything is mapped out for you. So, like I said, you don't have to be tech savvy. I have a system where you could copy and paste all the things in there. I have videos of how you can set up your account. I have everything there for you so that way you could get started. You get started with a 14-day sales activity challenge. That way you could get your first sales and then you could get your first transactions. You're going to have your first sales by the time that you're done with the 14-day sales activity. But the best part is that you're not alone. You're going to be having a supportive community that's going to be there along with you. Other courses, they just have where you're going through it alone and you're just trying to figure it out. But here, you're always going to have a full supportive community of people who already succeeded, who already gone through the steps and will help you along the way. And you can ask any questions. And we also have a weekly Q&A call where you can ask me any questions. All right. So you have nothing to lose. Look, everything in the world has gone up in pricing. So give yourself a chance right now where you can make some additional income for yourself, for your family, and see what you want to do. All right, click the link below and I'm going to see you. You might surprise yourself. But yeah, playing it safe, like just like we were talking about playing it safe, right? Playing it safe with safe art, safe titles, safe offers, safe production value, safe like scared money makes no money. The day that I started to make money is the day that I said I have nothing else left to lose because I'm already losing by trying to control everything. I'm trying to be pretty. I'm trying to be sophisticated. I need to just do art fast because at the end of the day, I said to myself, nobody cares about me but me. And no matter what these, like, obviously the collectors aren't biting because it's just pretty stuff. I need to go outside of it. Once I went outside of it, where it's like, once you hit rock bottom, you have nothing to lose. Like safe choices, they create invisible businesses. Love him or hate him, Michel Basquiat, he knew how to draw as an adult, like serious art. Like he knew how to do um serious drawings and he knew how to really sketch and but the skill is letting go and still drawing like a child. Because anybody can get that. I'm more interested in I'm more interested in the ugly and the raw. And most people are too when it comes to 2026. Give us something different. But yeah, so I would hire VAs to do those listings. So while I'm working, they would do that for me. They would save it into the draft for me. I would save whatever the images were when they were mocked up from the frames that I would put them in, and then I would save them into a folder into a Google Drive, and then I would send it over to them. And I don't know how they did it, but they would do it so quick. They would do it quicker than me. I didn't want to go through do a thousand new listings. And the only thing I had to do was just they were saved in the draft bank. So every single day I would have it on the schedule of when I wanted it to be released, either to the auction or to the buy it now. And it gives me a psychological advantage because I'm not painting for today. I'm painting for next week or next month at that time. Like that's how much ahead of schedule I was. And then when you're able to create like that, it gives you a psychological advantage where you could just create whatever you want. It's just free money at that point. The scarcity mindset also comes from you. The thing that gave me anxiety is if I only had a certain number of canvases in my studio. Because I know that I'm going broke, and I know that my mindset is going to be broke too. Because it's like, then I'm thinking, oh, I need to make those canvases work. I need for all of those to be Mona Lisas. Instead of being like, whatever happens, happens. Like maybe they're all ugly, but if I only have a few canvases in the studio, no, I can't make those ugly. I got to study hard. I got to think hard. Now I'm trying to be clever and think about what would sell good in my mind or what did sell good in the past. And I need to make those paintings so that way it's worth it. And compared to being like throwing it to the market. If you got so many different boxes, you're not going to be thinking like that. You're going to be just creating. And then you're going to be more free in your mind. You're going to be able to make more money. Let me know if this makes sense to you or if it doesn't. Woo-wee. Just got some breaking news. Mm-mm-mm. Let's go. So now I'm gonna turn the lights on real quick, right? And then what I'm gonna do is take out my crown pastel. It's not pastel, it's more like a crown, but it's a fancy crown. It's Caranchi. I hope I said that right. Get it from Blick's art store. A lot of times I'll say to myself when I do stuff like this, I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I'll do what I want. Who's gonna tell me like it's ugly or whatever? It's gonna sell. I don't care. I'll let them figure it out. Why am I? I'm not figuring out nothing. The best way for you to sell art at times too, you need to really have a passion of being like, who cares? You need to start saying that to yourself when you're painting. I don't care. Treat it like a joke. Like, I don't care. I'm going to do this one funny thing, and I think it's going to be funny for me to just do it this way. The penguin does have attitude, huh? He's got such attitude. Let's make it poppy. Let's put some Roman numerals on him just because I can. I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't care. I'm a child having fun. You treat yourself serious. You treat it serious for both of us. You take over on that. Boom. Or something like that, right? I don't know what I'm doing. That's so cool. I just have fun. If you're not having fun, then what's the point? Let's do a little bit of snowflakes or something. Right. Something like that. That's so cool. There you go. I'm done with this painting. Let me put my signature on it. There's our penguin, right? Something different. I don't know. I like to throw different things out there, throw it to the wind. Someone's going to capture it. It's going to mean something to somebody. It's going to capture an eye to be like, that's so different. You just want to have so much different random variety of stuff out there. It's just so fun to have different variety of stuff out there. You're going to have so many different variety of things out there once you give yourself permission to have fun that you're even going to forget about some of the paintings that you've done. You're going to forget that you've done them because you're just having fun. The only time that you ever remember paintings that you do is when your memory is so locked in on it. My memory is not locked in on any of these paintings. I'm having fun. I'm doing whatever. On to the next. And there we have it right there. That's the end of the video. Like I said, you don't have to be a traditional artist. You can do this for yourself. You can start making money as early as next week. You can have everything mapped out and set up for you. Click the link below. Join us in the eBay art community so you can do this for yourself. But if you're not interested, then that's fine too. Just leave me a like on this video. Let me know that you appreciate the art that we're creating and the cool stuff that we're talking about and that you're vibing with it. Hey, that means the world to me as well. All right, I'm going to check you out on the next video.